Hello everybody, welcome to the video. I am Shadow's Rain and today I'm going to be talking about the 9mm power 32 round mag for the M4A1. And yeah, this is how I'm using it in this particular game. It's a really fun game of domination, really close. Usually the A1A pub stomps people when we've got more than 3, just purely because we might get put against good players, but they don't often work as a team, whereas this team did, and it goes right down to the wire. But yes, the reason I'm making this video in multiplayer is because I'm trying to figure out what this gun's going to be like in Warzone and how to best use it. I have already won a game with it in Warzone, but it wasn't a carry game that I usually like to play. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out, but let's get into the video and I'll talk about it a little bit more. If you do like the video, make sure you hit that like button and consider subscribing. Helps us out massively and you'll be becoming a part of the A1A. Let's roll the title. As the title suggests, it is a first impressions video, but let's get right into it. How do I feel about this weapon? I actually like it, to be honest. I think you do need to be patient with it. You do need attachments for it, and you need to have a mindset that this is still an assault rifle just with submachine gun rounds on it. So you do get a little bit more range than you would do some submachine guns, but not all. Now, what I mean by this, that if you put the longer barrels on this and the monolithic suppressor, you do have a decent 4-shot range, but it's still nowhere near normal assault rifle range. However, with that being said, I do like the idea of this. It is a 32 round mag and it can melt people. It makes like the recoil so much more easier to handle on the M4A1. And if you're wanting to get into SOCOM rounds, this is actually a really good thing to practice on and work your way up to it. The same way that you would like use, I don't know, EBRs or whatever to practice your pistol game or vice versa. It's very much in that aspect that I like this, because if you're not at the point where you feel confident using the SOCOM rounds, this is like a beginner's stepping stone for it. And it has the same principles, and by that I mean, in Warzone, it's a one pick, so you will be needing, you can only really pick one person off with a mag of this at the same time, meaning you need to be hitting your shots, but it is a little bit more forgiving if you miss. Now, you do need to be hitting the chest often. Now, you need to be hitting the chest often because it feels like it just melts people so much quicker when you hit them in the chest. And a bit like the SOCOM, it feels very average when you use it in multiplayer, but when you use it in Warzone, it does seem to beam people, and at a half decent range as well. So, I know that the stats of guns get slightly modified, mainly with the range, but if you're hitting people in the chest and the head with this weapon in Warzone, it absolutely beams them, and that is incredible. So I also like about this weapon is that it makes it a lot quicker to use as well. You are quicker than some SMGs, not all, and it feels like you've got that lethality that you get with the Fennec, but it does feel like you've got a little bit more to play with the mag. Now, much like the Fennec, sleight of hand is absolutely essential on this weapon. You still have a very slow reload time for a submachine gun and for a pick weapon. So just like the SOCOM, you do need sleight of hand on there so you can maximize your damage output and get yourself out there. Now, what do you use it in Warzone? We don't know yet because this is a first impressions video. And now I'm still figuring that out, which is why I'm playing with attachments you might not usually see for 9mm videos. But with that being said, I've got a lot of faith in this. I was using it on stream on Saturday night with Turner and Sandbag after a subscriber suggested that I should use it. And yeah, it did actually beam people. Although it is worth to note that all my fights were inside close combat situations inside the huts of farmland. Now, I did have a marksman rifle that I paired it up with, but I did feel that this class needs work. I don't know what work that is yet, but that video will be coming once I have figured it out, and there will be a few gameplay videos and streams where I'm using this a little bit more often. One thing to note though is that if you are going to be using a pistol with it, you need to be using something that doesn't use 9mm ammo. So for example, that would be the X16 or the M1911, Deagle, or the revolver. Now the reason I say that is because the others use the 9mm ammo. So I usually use a Renetti, and I did pair it up with this gun in a few games before this, then I realised it uses the same ammo. Now, if you want more starting ammo for your power rounds, it's a brilliant way to go about it. However, I like to have a secondary weapon that I can actually use when I'm in a pinch. So yeah, X16 or something else that doesn't use 9mm ammo should be something that you consider when playing multiplayer. Now, of course, when you're in Warzone, you're going to be using assault rifle ammo, which, depending on what you're going to pair this up with, may be a massive problem, or it may be a godsend, as you'll have 60 more bullets than you usually would with a standard SMG. Now this means that you could run a double SMG meta, or you could run, say for example, this and an AUG with that ammo conversion kit on it, and give yourself a bit more to play with. So with that being said, you have got to also bear in mind that this, to make it an SMG, unlike other SMGs, you've actually got to put an attachment on it, which means this gun needs to be that good that it's worth 2 value slots, attachment slots, than it would be over another weapon. Now, with that in mind, how are you going to... what does this mean? So it means that if you're going to use this as an SMG, does it need any more attachments on it? Yes, it does. I think that it is shy of an attachment or 2. So what I mean by that is that you do need sleight of hand on it as well. Obviously you need the ammo conversion kit on it. If you're going to be using it at short range in Warzone, you might be able to get away with not using a sight on it, depending on what barrel you use, and that's if you use a barrel at all. So with all that being said, it is up to you if you want to sacrifice an attachment slot to use this as an SMG, as obviously with the other SMGs you have 5 attachment slots. With this essentially you have 4 with the ammo conversion kit, but if you are using an ammo kit on that SMG anyway, then it's level. The only thing to bear in mind though is that those are usually upgrades, and you usually go up to 60 or 84 or 40 or 5 or whatever it is. 32 is not that much. It might be a lot for an Uzi, but it is not a lot for this, because it sprays it at over 1,000 RPM, which is absolutely ludicrous. So a bit like a Fennec or a SOCOM, where you do have to make your shots count, but unlike the SOCOM, you're not punished as much for missing. But do treat it like a pick weapon. Do not expect to be wiping out teams with this weapon on Warzone. This is going to be an initiator and an ender, what it feels like at the moment. Now, don't get us wrong, with sleight of hand, you may be able to get a bit more out of it than you would the SOCOM. With that being said though, you really need to be focusing on target acquisition and focusing someone to shoot. With this, it's going to be the person who's closest to you and the most imminent threat. If you're hitting them in the head, this is going to absolutely laser people, more so than other submachine guns, more so than other assault rifles. So that's something that we do need to bear in mind with that when using this weapon. But for now, we're going to go into the rest of the video where we are playing this domination game, and it's absolutely mad. It's tight. A and B is what you want to be using to actually win this. Now, if you do like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. It is a massive, massive, massive help. And yeah, just let me know what you think of it and what you think the attachments you should run on it, because I'm still figuring that out for Warzone. But let's get right into this video. We need these flags back, boys. What? Oh god. We're a shit creek here, boys.
We're on Charlie, stand by.
If we don't get one back.
We're holding Charlie.
We're losing it.
Enemy VTOL.
Alright, they've got A and B.
Hostiles have Alpha.
Whoa! None of that!
Oh my fucking god, man, they run to every fucking
Yeah, no. Oh, he's around this corner too! Oh, no! Oh, is that something else that I need to shoot down?
Oh shit. What? Oh, how they got another fucking Harrier, man?
Because they keep on hiding around corners, mate.
Securing Alpha. Enemy holds two
Alright, we can
objectives.
seize. Losing C's alright, we can grab B. Oh! Why am I looking at the Harrier, man? It can't even shoot me. Right, that's going down. Oh, okay, maybe it's not.
Oh, fucking awesome. Fucking god, time.
Nah. Caught me out a few times this game, mate. Whoa! Thank you,
Using the
teammates.
9mm fucking M4, man.
I might have inspired someone.
You're needed at Charlie.
Hang on, was it gold?
Fucking honest.
Was it gold, mate?
Gold on.
Yeah.
Losing C.
Does it have a red dot sight on it?
Yeah.
Lost C.
If I had a red dot sight on, he's picked mine up. We are up shit creek here, boys. We need a win here. Right, that Harrier's going down. I'm sick of it already. I have had enough of you!
Lay in the tunnel,
Goodbye!
far behind
How
me.
dare you inhabit my game!
Fucking retard.
Oh, losing it! Ah, we can't be everywhere.
Enemy holds all objectives.
Oh, this is now not a good time. I think I'm just gonna go for C. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for C while it's like there, just so we can get some points. Oh, they're coming up C, coming up B side. Oh, squad A, this is brilliant. You guys get A.
Fuck's sake, man.
Oh, the cluster strike. No, they're not.
Securing Charlie.
I flashed in the next fucking year.
They've got 2 objectives.
Ah! Getting fouled into next year.
Fucking god, man. You can't fucking anywhere.
Enemy
Oh, we're
sentry
2
gun
points
active.
ahead, boys.
Losing Bravo.
And of course, there's a fucking shitty fucking
Did not deserve that kill.
sentry gun on A.
Sentry gun on A. I think it's C's route. Oh no, he's got clubs with it.
Hostiles are taking
Yes,
Bravo.
Ruth, just you just standing there.
Charlie. Alpha secure.
A little giggle, right? Oh shit!
Oh, hey.
We got this. Assist your team at A.
Fuck.
Enemy UAV overhead. Securing Charlie.
If getting domed is going to be bad for us, lads. We need to make sure we don't get domed. If we're domed, we lose. Ah! Be open.
Taking Alpha.
We need something taken. Come on, let's get A, get A, get
Enemy
A.
UAV
If we
overhead.
get A, we'll win.
Need backup for Bravo.
Enemy at the office.
Oh, thank God for that.
Oh, fuck shit, man.
Hey, we've won. We've won. That's the most relieved I've been all night.
Not like this map, like.
I'm glad I didn't have to Whitney Fallout to win the game, though.
Mission accomplished. Top mark.
It'd been easier if we did, probably.
Right, it's that 6 kills.
6 kills, mate. Ouch. Wouldn't even camp, we're just holding objectives. We're winners, mate. Winners. Really? I finished even. I felt as if I did better there. Oh well.